everyone, so I was explaining the 3 threats previously, which is a great way to segue into, talking about to your clients about health insurance or Medicare or property casualty. How do you segue into life insurance, long-term care, disability, annuities? Another way to do this is something that's called the triangle of protection, which is more laid out where you have all the areas covered, and then you just ask the client questions. Hey, what areas of concern are you are most concerning for you in your family? And really what we're talking about are assets that are inside the triangle. So how it works is we draw a triangle out. On this side we have death, we have disability and long-term care on this side. This side we have retirement. We're talking about the assets that are inside the triangle and how do we protect those assets, and that's going to allow you to be able to find out from your client what area you should be more focused on to help to provide the solution for them that's going to be the most pressing for them. So what I'm going to do today is talk to Frankie, go over this briefly, go through it so you can kind of see a little bit how it works. Frankie, great seeing you today. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Awesome. Doing well. Thanks. What I wanted to do, Frankie, is talk to you about some of the assets you have in place and how protected are they. I know you have coverage. You have your home and auto taken care of course, and you also have your health insurance, which is great. But what I want to do is kind of talk a little bit about maybe some other areas that you don't have covered. Maybe you're fine, but what I want to do is find out, in order to kind of drill down what's most concerning for you and your family, are the assets that need protecting. And so this is something that we refer to as the triangle of protection. On this side we have something happens to you, your spouse, with death, with disability or long-term care on this side, and then this is retirement on this side. But what I want to do first is to find out, to get inside the triangle, like what assets are inside the triangle that you want to protect. So we're talking like 401ks, any investments you might have, auto, home, etc. So if you could just elaborate a little bit and tell a little bit about the assets you have inside the triangle, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, I got 2 cars, home, 401ks, Roth IRAs.
Okay. That's good. Sounds like you're tracking well. I mean, you're a pretty young guy, but it sounds like you're doing all the right stuff to be able to, as you're accumulating wealth and thinking about the future as well, too. So what I want to do is start with, this side here of the triangle, the death side. So do you have any life insurance currently in place?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel that it's enough right now for what you're looking for? To be able to protect these assets?
Not anymore, no.
Not anymore? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something that you're currently considering? Okay, perfectly. Perfect. So I'm going to just put an X there. Have, but I'm going to put need more. So let's talk about that a little bit here. Now, as far as something should happen where, a disability or maybe a long-term care event should happen, how do you feel about that? Like, for example, if you weren't able to work, would you lose the assets that's inside the triangle?
Yeah, so I have some short-term disability, but not anything long-term.
Okay. Now, you're youngest, so the LTC side, maybe that's kind of on hold for right now, but something obviously worth thinking about in the future. So, so that's something we could talk about as well. Now, as far as retirement, and again, you're a young guy, you have a long time horizon here. Do you feel like you're tracking right as far as having enough to be able to retire, or are there other considerations maybe that you're thinking about?
As long as I'm still working, my 401k is growing and growing slowly, but I'm on pace.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, now, so what I want to do, there's no right or wrong answer here, right? I mean, every situation is obviously different, but of these, we'll call them threats as well, death, disability, long-term care, and retirement, which one would you say you'd be most concerned about as an event happening that might jeopardize these assets that are inside this triangle?
Death would be the most.
This would be the one right here, okay. So here's what I want to do, Frankie, is I want to spend some time just to find out a little bit about the coverage you have. Is it the right type of coverage? Should you be getting more? How much more, if so? And talking about those options. It'll literally take just like 5 minutes to go over a fact finder. Do you have time to go over that?
Yeah, briefly? I think so. Yeah.
Awesome, let's do that. So that's just another way to talk about a client's assets, to find out what's going to be important to them. How do you protect those assets, and what's going to be most impactful to them based on their individual circumstances. We do have a PDF of triangle protection on our website. The 3 threats will be on there as well too, where I gave a presentation on it. If any of you have questions on either of these, let us know. Let myself know, or Mo, who is your life director, as well as Don Teagues, who's our concierge director. Thank you very much.